Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Better Call Saul Season 1, Episode 7. So, last time was an amazing episode. We had, Mike focus pretty much the entire time. It was, Saul, or Jimmy, was a side character in that episode, but it was really cool having him calling Jimmy in to help. Granted, he did call Jimmy in not quite for a lawyer, but for a favor kind of thing. But I still like that he called him regardless, even if those were the intentions, kind of thing. But but yeah, we learned a lot about his son and what happened to him, and I think if I remember correctly, in Breaking Bad, we had like around Mike's end was him wanting to like send money to someone important, like a family member that's important to him, kind of thing. So I'm wondering if that's this lady who, unless I missed it, we never got her name last episode. We know her daughter's name is Kaylee, if I'm not mistaken. I wrote that down, I think. Yeah, Kaylee. We learned Matt was his son's name, but I don't think they ever said her name, which is just interesting. But either way, it was a great episode. Mike's performance, or the actor that plays Mike, was amazing. Sorry, I don't know his name. I'm really bad with actor names. But he did a stellar performance putting that on, and with the way that Mike's character usually is, like, I'm not an actor, so I probably shouldn't even say this, but I feel like doing that, like, sort of not emotionless but like stern old man kind of thing that he does is fairly easy because you don't have to show like a range of emotions. You nail that one emotion and that's it. But this episode really showed that actor's potential, and I feel like he killed it, at least in my opinion. The way his voice was like cracking as he was saying, I broke my son and everything. Oh, it was incredible and sad and heart wrenching. But yeah, like, I'm guessing we're going to be going back to Jimmy now, but we also have that story thread of the cops are suspecting Mike of what happened to the two officers and everything, but so I'm sure that will come back into play. I'm excited to just see what happens and watch, so let's get started. All right, we're going to start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, William Hill. Frederick Carter. Oh man, the frame rate on that. That like hurt my eyes. So quiet. Like he talks anyway. Oh, he's starting now. Alright, so we are getting more of this, right? Clean my glasses real fast. Hmm. I will be sipping on a coffee too. I had a rough day today. I almost didn't record because I was worried I was gonna be in a foul mood. But I took a nap, I took some ibuprofen to get rid of the headache, and I'm feeling better now, so I think I'm good. I hate when I clean my glasses and it gets worse. Ugh. So, like, thing I hate the most about glasses. These two gonna be a little more honest? Showing all the wanted behind them when they say that. I'm trying to look to see if we recognize any of them back there. Alright. The guy on the bottom row next to the tattoo guy looks a lot like Sylar from Heroes. A little bit, I should say, not a lot. Damn. I mean, that's kind of going back to the, you know, gotta learn that everyone does it in the department kind of thing that Mike was talking about last episode. Even though it's a different learning, but I wonder if that was to imply that they're doing a little bit better. Like, they're not as corrupt as they were. Talking about, like, more early retirements and new blood and... I just felt like in the way that that was said might be, like, a little different. Aww. He's talking about the daughter-in-law. Well, he did get some work, though. What is that? Is that like a caterpillar, like cocooning, or I don't know. Uh-oh, where's Chuck? Are you okay, Chuck? Out here. What? What? Is he doing... He's trying to do better? Went out there for 2 minutes. Progress, I guess. I wonder if that really is a real thing. Because I've heard that in a lot of different media, but I don't know if it's just made up in a trope of media. Have to do with him being better, I wonder? Alright. He was gonna be, like, sending him away, right? That was, like... It sounded like what he planned on doing. I wonder if he's gonna, like... If he just had to run outside to, like, go cancel. Oh. Okay. Huh. Did he do that on purpose? To get him to look at it and kind of have more motivation to go back, kind of thing? I wonder. I wonder if that was a ploy. I mean, clearly he's, like, tempted to look at it. He hasn't been working in a while. He wants to go back to work. He was looking in the window. Leasing a suite. Huh. So he's doing pretty good, huh? Trying to remember. I don't think we've seen anything that would imply he got this money from anything negative, unless it's leftover money from what he got from the Kettlemans? Ah, it's unfinished. Ah, his new office. Like he's in now. It's a nice office. It's gotta be expensive. Huh. I can't believe he's made this much. I just feel like we're gonna find something. Find out that the money didn't come from just doing wills and stuff, but we'll see. Maybe it did. Your office? I don't know how well this is gonna go. Yo. Figured it out. Yeah, she realized. But no. Poor Jimmy. I was thinking about her the other day, and I was thinking about how, like, I was trying to figure out where I recognized her from, and I never really figured. I mean, she was from Burn Notice, but I don't really necessarily remember her from that. You know who she reminds me of, but it's obviously not her. She reminds me of a slightly older version of the, oh, the Kettlemans again. Uh, the the girl from Heroes that has like two sisters. They're all triplets or whatever. That, you know, look kind of like her if she was a little older. Just a little bit. I wonder if that's what I was like getting the vibes of when I saw her. That's my second Heroes reference this episode. I miss that show. Hmm. This lady. Uh-oh. That's a good deal. Yup. Yup. This lady just wants to keep her money. She's so insistent on something they don't want to do. Is it possible they go somewhere else? What if they go back to Jimmy? Although the husband looks like he's more willing to do it. It's just the wife. The big problem I'm worried about, I don't give a shit about these two people. I'm worried about the fact that they gave a bunch of money to Jimmy. We're not gonna take the deal. Yep. Oh, god damn it. Damn. Don't look back. That lady. Uh-oh. He doesn't seem happy. The question is... The thing is... I don't know. I'll talk more about the Kettlemans. Nice. Getting all that advertisement out there. No body checking. Hey! She did it! Aw. She was so happy. Aw. Huh. She's not gonna do as well. Look at her. She doesn't have the investment. Look at the way she walks. Is it the Kettlemans? The question is, why would they go back to him instead of anyone else? No deals. This lady. He's like, I want a coffee. Well, you are. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, and then you left me and said mean things. Damn, gonna reject him. Well, shit. Is he gonna run? Or just try to figure this out? Oh, he's gonna find out why they're going to her. That's just creepy. This is someone behind you while you're peeing. Hey there. Hmm. Uh-oh. Is this gonna really hurt her? Trying to get the partnership? Thing is I don't think that Jimmy. How do you not understand what elder? I don't know. For you. How do you know? Huh. Okay. I think she's just saying that we didn't take the money still, right? That was just another way to say it. But the way that she just said that right there is that it seems like it might be gone. Mmm. He didn't hear that part of the deal, I don't think. Yeah, he got a big chunk of it. I guess he gets it. Damn, it was 30,000 that he got. Well, shit. Oh. Why are they together? Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Damn. What an ass. Don't drop him. Oh, I'm so scared. I would not want to have to pick all that shit up. Oh shit. Oh. There she is. That's a fire hazard. Uh, he took all that money and that's the reason. You just can't say that. What if he wins? Maybe he figures out a third option. Not a deal, but not court. I don't know. Interesting. Well, all that space he just made is now taken again. Man, the lighting is so bad. That's gonna be rough. I guess it's not bad for like where he's reading, but come on, Jimmy, you can do this. Oh, did he think of something? Oh, what has he got up there? Oh, some of the 30,000 left. A little over 10,000 of it. What was that, like half a stack almost? Probably like 15,000 there. Oh. What is he doing with it? What? Why? Oh, Mike's already doing some stuff for him. I mean, he's obviously gonna like remote control it like to them, but seemingly, I think. Maybe not. Just eating all their apples. I'm trying to think about what he did. He, like, took the money, he, like, sprayed it a little bit, and then he put it in the back of the toy car. Are they luring him away from the wife? Oh my god, is he gonna drive it? Oh, nope. He sprayed it with something. What did he spray it with? Oh, is he gonna figure out where the rest of the money is? Are they gonna rob him? I don't know. Make him think the kids did it. It was in the toy. I really don't know what, like, this is gonna do. I was thinking that they'll take that money, they'll go put it with the rest of the money, and he might see where they put it. Jimmy gave up $10,000 for this plan. I guess the spray was to just make it seem like it's been outside for a little while, right? Alright, Mike. Oh, these things make so much noise. They shake. This one isn't shaken. I guess it was kind of short. It's usually the taller ones that shake a lot. So if he takes the money from them and then makes it seem like someone else has the money, then could it be proven that he's innocent because he didn't have the money and someone else did? I don't know. But then they don't have the money. But she said they don't have the money, so. Oh, it was blacklight stuff. That's what he sprayed on it. He can see where she went because she held it, so he can see what room she went into. Smart. Let's hope they're not sleeping on it. In their mattress. That's where everyone puts their money. They have a spot under the... I mean, seems like they have a pretty decent hiding spot. If this lifts up, yeah. That's a decent hiding spot. I mean, they said he was clumsy in the way that he got the money, but there's no bag. How does he get it out? Did he bring one? Oh, I guess he had one. All right. Giving his part back. Oh, and is he paying the rest back out of his money? You gotta be careful, like, fingerprints, though, don't you? Alright. So disgusted having to get rid of all that money. Okay. So now what? This is intriguing because I genuinely have no idea what they're up to. They trashed the place. Oh shit. Oh, she ran! Look at her go! He almost pulled that railing off. She's gonna scream. It's gotta be there somewhere. Fucking Craig. There is no money. Oh, so he's just forcing the deal to be taken. The thief. We're gonna call the cops. Oh my god, she's so stupid. Yeah, you'd be admitting you took the money. Ooh. You want to go to jail too, lady? She's so angry. It's not over. She is stubborn. Stand up for yourself, man, finally. A year and a half, man. It's not that long. I feel no sympathy for that lady. I'm sorry. It's just funny. Kim gonna get out of the cornfield. Gonna have their little outside conversation. Oh. The Kettlemans. Alright. Taking him in through the sub-basement. I don't know if that's the right word. You ever just use words because you think they sound like they're the right words? I don't know if it's a sub-basement. I don't necessarily know what a sub-basement means. Mouse, thank you. Nice. And I looked down for a second, but subtitle saved me on that one. He's not going to be able to do this office now, right? I was trying to think of like where he got the money to do this, and I mean, my thought was the Kettleman's money. Like one of the things I thought of was that I don't think he's going to be able to do this, right, without that 30,000. Things might be good, but probably not that good. I don't know what kind of, I mean, I don't know his finances, but maybe you could start smaller. Maybe. You don't need this big of an office. Like, I mean, this was expanding for the hope of having multiple people, right, working for him. You just need something for you. Ah. Ah, Jimmy. The things you do for friends. He gave up a lot for Kim. I mean, sure, it's maybe something he shouldn't have had in the first place, right? But he's gonna be Kim. Maybe. Oh, okay. No, that was even better. That is it, guys, for episode 7. Wow. Alright. Damn. That was actually a really good... Oh, shit. I love that ending. Like, he loses everything just to help a friend, right? Like, the thing is he didn't do this to... Like, I was trying to think of all the different things of, like, what he was trying to accomplish by stealing the money from the Kettlemans. And what he did was he forced them to take the deal, essentially. And, you know, by doing that, he didn't get them as a client. He lost the 30,000, and in fact, like, he came up with the other 20,000, right? So, I mean, I don't know how he came up with the rest of that money or whatever. It was like maybe 15,000. It seems like maybe half of it was gone roughly because he had a stack of 10,000 and then extra right there too. But either way, he came up with $15,000. I'm not sure how, but it's possible that Elder Law has been good enough that he has made that money kind of thing. But because I mean, we saw all the files that he had. If he knows that Chuck is going to go through them, then I feel like they must be real. They're not just a trick, right? So that means he does have all those files, which means that he's had that many like wills and other elder law stuff that he's been doing. So he has made a decent bit. Like, obviously it's hard to tell how much money he's made and all that, but that 15,000 might have just came out of his pocket. But it might have been a lot of what he had and everything, and he did it because, you know, Kim wanted to be partner, and because of these idiots, she is now, you know, in, like, the East Wing, which Jimmy called the cornfield, and, I mean, seemingly she went from being this close to partner to like years away. It seemed like she mentioned like I think she said like there goes my 2-year plan or something like that. I think she said, or I'm not sure if that was like if she was saying it was a 2-year setback. I kind of missed what she said. I'm not gonna try to find it because I feel like it'll be hard to find that one line. I'm pretty sure it was one of the times that they were talking outside, so maybe I could, but it doesn't really matter either way. Especially because like it seems like it's probably going to be reverted now that she got the Kettlemans back. But yeah, that's kind of shitty. Like I don't think that based on what we know about Saul Goodman in the future, I don't think that she's around, so I think she probably stays at HHM, but I also think that, like, I think she just saw firsthand how Hamlin treats people, like, because, I mean, I understand that you lose a big client, there's repercussions, or maybe, like, it's not a good thing, right? But like, one, it's not like she did anything wrong. She's trying to help her clients get a deal. Like, would he rather her have been like, okay, I'll just bring it to court and then just lose, you know? Because I imagine losing doesn't look good either. Like, that's another thing I was trying to think of through the episode. I was like, well, what's stopping Jimmy from just saying, okay, I will take your... I mean, other than if you leave Kim out of this completely, like if you leave what happened to Kim completely separate, if Jimmy were to take this case and they're like, oh, we want to go to court, we don't want a deal, it's like, okay, I'll take you to court. Probably gonna lose, but I'll take you to court, you know? And like, and then he tries and fails, and then, you know, he goes to potentially, Craig goes to jail for 30 years, and then what? I mean, it's not like Jimmy gets in trouble. Like, he tried to do his job to the best of his ability. It just didn't work out, you know? Like, the thing is like, but I guess losses, like, I was trying to think of, like, what would be the big deal for Jimmy, right? And the only thing I can really think of is that losses don't look good, right? Like, because, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that you look at, like, their past cases and everything. Like, a lot of that is probably public record and stuff. So people trying to get Jimmy to do a job might look at his past record and be like, oh, well, you lost this big case, you know? Like, why would I think that you're gonna succeed with my case? And that might make it harder for him to get a job or get people calling him in the future. So, but... Where was I going with all that? I went on like 3 different like side trains with that whole thing. But yeah, I guess I was just trying to figure out like why Jimmy couldn't just take the case. But obviously it all ended up just being because of Kim. But other than that, same with Kim. Why couldn't Kim just be like, okay, you want to go to trial? Like, I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna lose, but I'll do it, kind of thing. And then just make them happy. Obviously, they're not going to be happy when the case is over, but it doesn't matter once the case is over, right? Like, he's in jail and, you know, should have took the deal. But a lady like that would have just blamed the lawyer anyway. She wouldn't have been like, oh no, you were right, we should have took the deal, kind of thing. But yeah, I can't get over how stupid that lady was. Like, they're making it seem like it's a death sentence that he goes away for 1.5 years. There was a part of me that she was so insistent that they didn't have the money, no deal, like, bring it to court. Like, there was something that made me wonder, and I still think it's possible, but there was something that made me wonder if she didn't really care about the husband as much as she cared about the money, right? Like, she's like, let's bring it to court so that way we can keep the money. And, like, I think in the back of her mind, she's like, if he goes to jail, then whatever, then I have all this money, right? Like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but yeah. It just seemed that way with how insistent she was. Like, that was a hell of a deal. Like, granted, they had to return all the money. Now, the other question I have is, they got that money, and then I guess he said earlier in the episode that you're never going to be able to spend it, right? But, but I can't believe they didn't spend any of it. They had all of it except for what they gave Jimmy, because Jimmy put back what he had, but that means that in the time since they took it, they haven't spent a penny of it. Like, you'd think that maybe you'd use, like, some of it, because he's not working anymore, right? And I don't know if she works or not, but, like, I guess they could have had savings and everything. Maybe they're just living off that, but I don't know. You'd think that, like, because obviously the thing is, he said you'll never be able to spend it, but that's only the case if you spend a lot of it. Like, what if you just took out, like, I mean, I know they're all in hundreds, but what if you just took out, like, $10 for dinner or something like that? Like, it's not like that's gonna, like, implicate you. It's like, they probably have $10. It makes sense. It's when you spend a lot. Like, if you take, 300,000 of that and go buy a house or something, then, people notice, where'd you get that money, kind of thing. But if you spend, like, small amounts of it, but it's just crazy that apparently none of it was even touched, which was pretty convenient. Obviously, except for what was given to Jimmy, as I said. So, but yeah, I couldn't get over her stupidity, and her stupidity made me just, like, not appreciate the character at all, and when she was upset at the end, just didn't give a shit. I mean, the thing is they're guilty. And I love that Jimmy was able to play the fact that they're criminals. There was something in one of the earlier episodes, I'm trying to remember, shoot. It was something in regards to being able to manipulate criminals that either Jimmy did or someone told Jimmy, like, that's something that you can do, kind of thing. Is that maybe it was something that Jimmy said, but I think there was another example of, like, hey, criminals are, they can't go to the cops, right? That I think that was what it was said, is like, criminals can't go to the cops because they're criminals. Like, obviously, no matter what he did, they couldn't go to the cops and be like, hey, these guys stole my 1.6 million. They're like, the cops are like, well, where'd you get that? Oh, you're under charges for embezzlement. Like, there was a part of me throughout the episode, though, when Jimmy got the case and he started looking into it and he was looking for a loophole. The thing is now I think he was looking for a loophole in order to give it to Kim, maybe, but he never found anything, and I think that's the more realistic, the more realistic answer, right? Like, when I watch, like, Suits, which is one of the only other lawyer shows that, like, have to do a lot with lawyers, they almost always, like, sit there and they read all the papers and everything, and they're like, oh, yes, I found a way out. I found a loophole, kind of thing. There's not always a loophole, folks, So, like, I like that. I do like that it ended up being something where, no, we just have to take the deal. That's all there is. Like, Kim did her job properly. There really was nothing else. She did look into it. She did a good job, and there wasn't anything. But there was a small part of me that wanted him to be like the house of lawyers, right? Like, where this thing where other people said was impossible to cure or whatever, like Dr. House could do, he was able to find that loophole and figure something out, or find, they're all focused on deal or trial, deal or trial, deal or trial, but he thinks outside of the box, so he finds something else that, isn't a deal or isn't a trial. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not smart, I don't know what it could have been, but there was a small part of me that was kind of wishing that it was something like that. I thought that would be kind of cool for his character, and that might be something that, like, helped his business grow too, is that he solved this case where even the great HHM said was impossible to do it, and he did it. But unfortunately it didn't go that way. I almost like the way that this went better, because it's such a big thing for Jimmy's character, because I mean, as I said, going back to where I started this conversation, is at the end there, where Jimmy did all of this for his friend. He gave up, a lot of his money. He's not going to be able to have that office now, I imagine. That's the vibe I got by him returning to it, was kind of like a goodbye and everything. And then he's upset, he's on the verge of tears and everything, just sitting there, like, can't believe what he just did for someone else, kind of thing, and like how much he just lost and all that. And then he gets a phone call, and I'm sitting there like, oh, maybe it's Kim, make him feel better or something, say, like, thank you, and be like, like reaffirm that feeling of like, yes, I just helped someone and this is why I did it kind of thing. But no, it was just him answering the phone like he does when he has a client, you know, toughing through those, like pushing through those emotions that are making him feel this way in order to keep doing what he does, right? But yeah, I'm wondering if Jimmy will like be able to sustain off this elder law that he's been doing, right? Like can he make money off this, or is this like enough to pay his bills and break even kind of thing? I'm not sure. I'm like, I almost wish we got to see more of the finances side of things, because I like the idea of like building a business and working to make it profitable. Like I could play like I love simulator games and everything. I think I talked about this before in another episode, but I could play like a lawyer simulator where you or like a Sims where the character's a lawyer or something like that, or any other job really, just and like see that progress and see them like, you know, start off small and making like a little bit, but then you get your name out there and the business gets better and you expand and you get a little bigger. I've also been playing this mobile game just because sometimes I like having like a grindy little mobile game, and I don't put money into them hardly ever. Sometimes I'll do like $20 a year or something like that if there's like a really good, like, hey, this is our anniversary deal. Like sometimes I'll do that, but I'm not like one of those people that will dump thousands of dollars into these games. But I've been playing one called Shop Titans, and basically you just run a little shop and you have like little fighters that go out and get you materials. You use those materials to craft items, and then people come into your shop and you can like design the shop how you want, and you can, as you get more money and get higher level and everything, you can grow the shop and get it bigger and upgrade your benches where things are sold from, and change the skins to make it look cooler, and you know, make the shop bigger, better. You eventually unlock better recipes and everything where you can make better items and fancier items and everything, and they sell for more. So you just like slowly, you know, oh, my first $100,000, this is a lot. And then eventually I'm at the point where I'm like, oh, I got $1 million, you know, that's a lot. And now I'm at the point where I'm trying to save up for like 12 million for my next upgrade, and I'm like halfway done, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting pretty close, and things are starting to like pick up a little bit and everything. So I always love that kind of thing. I want more games like that and stuff like that, just because I love the idea of creating a business and watching it like grow and flourish and everything. So basically my whole point is I wish I could see a little more of that side of like the business stuff. Like how much has he made doing elder law? How much has he spent in the advertisement? You know, like has most of it been coming from that 30,000, or like now that he has that advertisement out there a bit, he probably has to do more, but with what he has left, can he make the money to then do more while also paying his bills, and then slowly expand and get bigger and everything? I mean, obviously we know where he ends up. I don't think he is really doing elder law like that when he becomes Saul Goodman, right? And he changes his name and everything, which is like just a new branding and all that. So I feel like something's going to go wrong, but I like seeing this for what it is right now. But in the beginning we had Jimmy helping Mike some more, you know, and that was cool. Really, just like they obviously, I was gonna say, because they're gonna know something's up when he realizes that Notepad's gone, and yes, it did come back, and that makes sense. Jimmy did a good job of explaining it away in a way that, you know, they don't have any proof that he did it, and then they returned it and all that. So the guy just, I'm pretty sure he knew that they had no leg to stand on, so he just stormed out, kind of thing. And I like the conversation between Mike and the other older guy who's like sick of this shit. He doesn't really want to be here doing this, but his partner is a young one trying to make a name for himself, so he's going after this, you know, big case and trying to solve it. But hopefully the sister, or the daughter-in-law, I mean, doesn't say anything, and it all just goes away, which is very possible. We may never see them again. Although I thought earlier in this episode, like, I think I might have brought up the Kettlemans because of, I was like, how does he have the money for this office? And then I brought up the Kettlemans, and then in the back of my mind, I thought to myself, well, we're probably never going to see the Kettlemans again anyway. And then this episode was like all the Kettlemans. And it was just so funny that in the beginning, my thought process was, so far I never see them again anyway. I thought, HHM was just going to handle it and it's all over with. But no, then they came back and with a bang. Now it might be over with. I don't know if we'll see them again, unless it's just like a passing thing, but I don't know if it'll be like a whole like focused episode kind of thing. But yeah. We had Chuck building up a tolerance too, which is pretty cool. Like, obviously we kind of know now, based off what the doctor did, that it's all in his head. So if he starts thinking about recovering and he has positive attitudes about recovering, he's gone from not even 30 seconds up to 2 minutes so far of being able to stay outside. So maybe he can keep doing this and build up a tolerance and be able to... I mean, obviously it's not really building up a tolerance, it's more improving his mental issue that he's been having. But I briefly mentioned it during the episode. Is it because Jimmy's doing good with this elder law? Like, Jimmy kind of had the idea that it might be like Jimmy's failures might be stressing Chuck out and causing this mental break. And now that Jimmy's doing good, we see that Chuck is doing good, right? If Jimmy goes off the handle, is Chuck going to go off the handle again and relapse and not be able to go out for even like 30 seconds? It's interesting. Because I feel like they hinted at that a bit. But Jimmy also left the paperwork there, which it seems like he intended... I mean, he brought it with him, unless he was just keeping it in his car. But it seems like he did that in order to get Chuck's mind on work again. He sees all this, and I think even Chuck knew, like, no, don't leave that here because it's going to tempt me. And, but he ended up looking at it, and, I mean, clearly Jimmy did it on purpose because he looked in the window after to see, like, is he looking at it? Like, did it work? Kind of thing. So, he's definitely trying to tease the idea of going back to work and everything with him. So I wonder where that is all gonna go. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I mean, boop-a-doop-a-doo. I think most of what I have written down is stuff that I've already talked about in regards to the Kettlemans. But yeah, it was a really good episode. Like, I've been loving... I don't think there's been a weak episode yet. Like, I'm trying to think of one. Maybe the weakest is the one where Jimmy played that, not prank, but that staged thing where he saved the guy. And that was still a very interesting episode. That's just me trying to pick out, like, in the 7 episodes I've seen, what was the weakest. And that was just because I was so disappointed that Chuck found out and everything. And then it ended up being, like, the reason Chuck got sent to the hospital and all that. But, like, I don't know. There was something about that where it doesn't seem out of place for Jimmy to do that. They set up the idea of slipping Jimmy beforehand and everything. But even though I know this man goes to a life of crime eventually, or at least supporting people who are doing a life of crime and taking pennies off the top kind of thing, right? Because, like, it's not really that Jimmy was committing the crimes, right? It was that, like, he would help launder the money for, like, 10% kind of thing. If I remember right from Breaking Bad. But yeah, either way, it's still... right now he's at the point where he doesn't even really want to work with people who are guilty, He had that option to help them find the money. It's funny that he had the option from Nacho in order to steal the money and get some of it. And here, instead of doing that, he steals the money in order to, help his friend instead. So it's a nice little, like, that coming back a little bit too. I just thought about that. But yeah, that's cool. But yeah, like, he's so, like, on the straight and narrow right now, except for that one, like, he said it, like, it's not slipping Jimmy coming back, but I'm gonna call it, like, a little bit of a relapse from him kind of thing of doing that to get his name out there. But yeah, anyway, great episode. Once again, as usual, can't wait to see more. I'm really curious where Jimmy goes from here, because he's kind of at a low point now. You know, he still has his elder law thing he's going with, but he won't be able to support that office most likely, and I wonder where he's gonna what's next for him. And I want him to find his confidence and have that again. I don't know that he lost his confidence, right? But I want him to get past this and succeed kind of thing. So, but either way, I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. This was a Patreon show, so if you're watching this on YouTube, the entire thing is on my Patreon, all 5 seasons. So check that out if you're interested. Link in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.